So 30 days ago, this garden looked completely different. And because of that, I want to give you a full June garden tour. So this first bed, as you can see, all of our onions are coming up real nice. Got nasturtiums planted throughout. And then take a look at all of these pickling cucumbers. This bed is our herb bed. Everything is starting to come in and fill up. I'm about ready to have to pull all of this just so I can take some in and dry it. This is lemongrass. So everything is filling in real nice right there. This one, we've got 3 different varieties of peppers as well as our candy onions, and they are growing in real well. I don't know why, but this bed has done great right here. The peppers love this bed. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it's shaded by the house or what, but they like this bed a lot. This is the tomato bed. So down this side, I have beefsteaks. Down this side, I have Cherokee purples. Also, there was a variety. There's 2 plants of just some sort of variety that Baker Creek sent me. I wanted to give them a try, and they're in here now. And then I've also planted basil and marigolds as well as nasturtiums around them. And I have 2 volunteer cucumber plants that have come up from last year. So I'm going to have to take those out and move those. I'll do those at a later date. Speaking of volunteers, so all of these tomatoes were tomato plants that came back from last year in other beds, and I just moved them over here. These are Romas, and then it looks like I've got some sort of mystery tomato here as well. We'll figure out what those are as they grow in. Back to the back side of this is all of our carrots. Those will be ready to harvest probably within the next month. Now, let me tell y'all, every single year when I put this garden in the ground, I pray to the Lord that He will give me such an abundance that I will have enough to share with other people. And He definitely heard my prayer when it comes to tomatoes. So I just showed you some volunteer tomatoes. This bed has now become another tomato bed. And the reason being is I had more volunteer tomatoes in other beds that I had to bring and put somewhere. So all of these are last year's tomatoes that have decided to seed and come back again. Also on the back of this bed, you're going to see trellising up. These are all pole beans, and we got some that are a little younger than the others, as you can tell, but those are heading straight up that trellis. This is a raspberry bush that we put in for the first time this year. I've got this in here just to get established. Eventually he'll go in the ground. So this bed, this is also pole beans. Now the idea is that, see, we got pole beans planted here and pole beans planted here. They're going to meet in the middle, and by summertime we're going to have a whole green tunnel to walk through and harvest our beans. Now also in this one on the other side, I've got some slicer cucumbers, and that's where those volunteers will get moved eventually, and they'll trellis up that side. Got some dill in here. There's some basil as well as nasturtium. Lastly, this is my lettuce bed. We are just harvesting as it comes. Now it's starting to get hot, so this will start to go to flower soon. I'll be able to collect seeds from those flowers for next year, but we'll be pulling just leaf lettuce off of this until it gets too bitter. And of course, we've got our cut flowers, and all of these are zinnias. As you can see, they're kind of starting to grow up. So once those kind of come in, Rebecca will be able to come out and make bouquets and do all the things that she does with those. So that'll be exciting. And this blueberry I actually put in this year, and it's doing really great. This one actually you harvest towards the beginning of summer, so we're almost at harvest time for this one. I'm excited to see how well this does for the year. And then right here are our grapes that we put in this year. Eventually we'll have a trellis here, and those will trellis up either side. And in a couple of years, hopefully we'll be harvesting grapes. All right, so thanks so much. This is the June garden tour. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions about vegetables or what I'm growing or anything that I showed you, by all means drop them in the comments. Love y'all, and we'll see you next time.